Welcome y'all, welcome y'all. Mississippi surviving this thing. I know I've been out of pocket for a minute. I was getting ready to ramp up a few things and try to get these videos pumped out. You know what I mean? I wanted to get some good video. I got a lot of good ones, but that's probably one. Hey, why haven't I seen him? Well, let me tell you why you ain't seen Mississippi Survivor. I had terrible internet. That's why you ain't seen me. When your upload speed is 1 meg, it takes an entire day to do one video. That's why you haven't seen Mississippi Survival. Because if I make a video or make more than one video, it's pointless. It takes 2 days to put one piece of 35 or 30-minute piece of information out. And I said, no ma'am, no sir, no way, no how. I got a little flash that I don't like. I should stop that. That one was because of the light up in the ceiling. Or what? I'm not sure. Nevertheless, we're going to just deal with it. We're going to rock with it accordingly as planned. But anyway, like I said, internet suck. Upload speed suck. Download speed suck. I took it upon myself to get 2 of the units to thinking I make things better. No, it still suck. Which I knew that anyway. I just needed more coverage over the house. But I disconnected them both because they both suck. Now, if you want these units just for regular recreational internet around your house, it's cool for that. But it's not. If you're trying to do any business or work online or any of that type mess like that, it is not for that. What I did have from the tea place, I bought 2 of those. They $50 a piece, and that's pretty good, man. So if you want to have your own personal internet away from your kids, and your kids got their own personal internet, which they ain't gonna like it no way, because depending on what kind of children you have. If you got some gaming kids, they ain't gonna like it because they won't be able to game anything because it's not fast enough. But if they just like watching TV and stuff like that, oh, it's good for that. Movies, you good, you good. But you better not try to upload or download nothing. Well, the download wasn't that bad. I could download. It wasn't that bad, the download. But that upload, boy, you might well call you a station wagon. Well, come get you. Prego jar. Look. It's from back in the day. They don't know nothing about that right there. Everybody try to be high class. Get you a Prego jar. Jelly jar, all them jars. Them nice glasses y'all throwing away. Do you know these things come with a syllable top on them? Just like the, what you call those things? The mason jars. Some of these come with mason jar tops on them already. So I'm like, man, it's already ready. All I got to do is buy it, use what's in it, and use it again. And I would have been in most of my latest reviews, but I haven't been in most of my latest reviews, man, because this freaking internet, man, just been giving me the blues, dude. I just said, look, I'm sick of it. And I went and found the higher internet and got the fastest speed they could offer. What do you want? I want everything. The highest one you get. I said, I'm sick of it. And I said, I don't want to have no more problem with this internet. I want the fastest rate you got. But what I do want, and they don't have right now, I want fiber optics. I want fiber. I'm sorry, I want fiber, which is super quick. And I want it because it's not going. The bandwidth is not going to be bogged down from so many people being on it. A lot of people don't understand your internet also has something to do with the fact that your computer sucks. I'm just being honest. Some of you guys' computers just suck, and you're blaming it on the internet. Oh, my internet is so slow. No, that's your computer. Your computer sucks. You ain't even trained the computer out in 10 years, and you think it's gonna give you a meg of speed? No, you're not gonna get no gig of speed. No. You don't believe me? Get you a newer laptop, hook it up to it on wirelessly or wired, and I guarantee I got. Matter of fact, on my laptop, my speed, I'm supposed to be getting a gig. I'm getting over a gig of speed. You know that mother is smoking. That mother went all the way down and needed to move no further. That joke just kept on adding numbers. I said, yes. Yeah. But guys, you know something? This is a celebration. So what are we celebrating? This is the 100th video. My 100th video. See if that do better. Because all that blanking in and out is getting on my nerves. Yeah, that seems like it's going to do a lot better. Yeah, but this is the 100th video on Mississippi Survivor. Would have been a whole lot more by now, but unfortunately, a few things transpired. You know, it's called life. It happens. And you just got to go with the flow from there and work it out as you go. I can't tell you what's causing this blanking in and out. Maybe if I turn my light down some and get some natural light from in the room. Yeah. It's still done. I don't understand it. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, maybe I'll do less of it. Yes. But this is the 100th episode of Mississippi Survivor. I'm trying to have a lot better, try to do better on the setups, and do better on the showing of the product. When I show a product, try to do better with that. My thing is, I be hating to have 6 cameras and then do all the editing. A lot of times I just want to just show the video, boom, 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 you done. But sometimes you try to do things that you want more perfection. That's what you got to do. You got to put in more work. So certain things I am going to touch up on, do a little bit better with. I do have some editing software. So I have already used it a couple times, but I'll use it less. I'll use it less than I do use it. So it's not really my thing, but I will do it. I figure you can see everything you can see in one chunk, but a lot of times it don't work like that. I mean, want to be here, then go somewhere else, and nobody want to see me walking down the hall to go out the door to get in the car. That's just too much. Who will be doing that? Y'all need to stop. That's too much. I just fast forward you to where I'm there, and we'll go from there. I do understand that can be a bit boring. Where'd it go? So now that we are already on this video, this is a celebration of the Mississippi Survivor, which it will continue. I will have another whole little segment with the celebration of the Mississippi Survivor 100th video. And we'll be looking for that next milestone of 200. Woo, that's a lot of videos. I might celebrate in the middle and then celebrate again at 2. But I have a pet peeve that I would like to pick with a certain company. I'm rather upset. Yeah. So let's just cut the BS and get straight to it. Now, Veva, come on now. Now, we're going to have to talk about this and see what's going on, Mr. Veva. Miss Veva, Veva and family, whichever one you want to call it. Now, I bought this unit from you, Mr. Velvetry, family, everybody. And the issue, I had this thing for approximately maybe 3 months, maybe. And you can get about, let me see, if I woke up at 8 in the morning, 8, 9, I could get quite a few gallons out of this a day, but normally what I would do is like 2 gallons a day, and I would use it. Really, my reason I would use it because I would take it and I would put it into. I use it for to cook my food. After seeing what this thing carries in the bottom of it, it pulls out of the water and keeps in the bottom of it. That made me a believer. And I'm like, look, I need to start cooking my food in this because people are like, well, I'm gonna boil it. I'm gonna boil my water. What? Listen, let me help the people that don't know. When you boil your water, that kills the contaminants in your water. That's what you're trying to do. But it does not clean your water. If you boil your water, all that mess is going to be at the bottom of your pot. And that's the same thing. When you distill, it leaves all the nasty, boo-boo, mosquito eyeballs. It leaves all that stuff down in the bottom. If it's in your water, you can't see it. It leaves it all in the bottom of the distiller. And you have to clean that out per usage. So don't think when you boil your water it's clean. No, you killed the contaminants in your water. That's what you did. Viruses and stuff like that. You killed all that stuff, but now all the stuff, the nasty stuff, is still left at the bottom. And you're gonna take that little funky stuff there, and you're gonna make you some noodles and eat turd noodles. I'm just saying, just being honest with you. Now, I'm gonna get down to what I'm upset about shortly. Just wait. Overall, the unit was a good unit when it was running. I have some new set of cons that happened throughout the time of me using this unit. Okay. The first con I had, when it started sporadically, was you got the unit, and then under the unit, you set your container under the unit. When you set your container in the unit, it's supposed to drop the water right in the unit. That didn't happen. Instead of dropping the water in the unit, it was throwing water all over here, over there. It was dripping and leaking water all up under here. And I'm like, man, what the? It was pouring water back in all different kind of places. I'm like, man, why am I cleaning up a puddle of water every time I run this machine? But you know me, I'm not that big of a complainer, so I said, okay, I'll tell you what. I took the whole unit and put the unit over the edge of the sink and turned the unit on. So if it sprayed water anywhere else, it'll spray the water in the sink. And I put a bigger pitcher instead of the normal pitcher they came with. I put a bigger pitcher that's completely open under it and let it catch the water that way. It still put water all over the sink, but who cares if it's a sink? And I still caught the water. Second issue I had, this particular piece right here is supposed to come off and put your charcoal, your filters in it. I could not get this off for nothing. I had the hardest time trying to get this off. Then finally, after it stopped working, which I'm getting around to that next, I was able to take it off. But I couldn't get it off. And it was spraying water all which way and acting a fool. Now, the third and final straw for me, Mr. Velver, the unit, I used it. I got me a full gallon of water. It shut off on its own like it was supposed to. Nobody touched it. I came back. I cleaned the unit out like I do. I cleaned it between every bowl. I cleaned it. I do that because I don't want to use those chemicals that came in that bottle. I don't know what the Sam Cook that is in them bottles, but I don't want to put that chemical in there and take a chance on that chemical possibly evaporating over into my regular water, and then I drink that mess, and I have a nipple up here by my eye socket. So I said no to that. So I just use regular dish liquid, soap, and scrub pad, and I clean it out. And not that soap, that scrub pad that got all that mess in it that would leave all that green junk everywhere. Just more work. Just get a regular Brito pad and you be done. Now my other issue with this, let's get on to it, Mr. Vilver and family and friends. My next issue and the final straw. The unit wouldn't cut back on. After I did my last batch of water, it shut off perfectly. Wouldn't come back on. Mr. Vilver, I tried these buttons on the bottom here. They didn't work. Green, red, green, red, red, green. It didn't work. That's nothing but an indicator light in the middle. I also took the liberty to look for a reset switch. There is none. None. So, therefore now, Mr. Vilver, I have a perfectly beautiful pot that I can't distill nothing in. So I'm wondering, Mr. Vilver, what do I do with this? Do I plant some flowers in it? Do I get me a couple of chickens and fill it up with eggs? Do I put water in it with soap and wash my face? Do I add a motor to it and bubble my feet? I'm just having a small issue with this and I need to know what to do. Considering I haven't had this unit that long. Now, I'm a fan of the Vilver products, but this particular unit has led me down in a short period of time. See, it's stuck again. It's supposed to see, it's got a mind of its own. I was only able to get this off one time, and one time only, not another time before that. It's supposed to pop straight off to change out your pads. But it won't do me any good with the pads changed. Now, will it? No, it will not. Because it doesn't work. So, let's get to it. Show you what old Mississippi Survival was doing. So I took it apart. This is your top unit. This is your fan. The cooling down system is under here. You'll see the coils. Hopefully you can see the coils in the picture. Around the fan, you can see the coils. Yeah, you see the coils up under the fan. And then what cools it down and drops your water right out the top. Well, in my case, it don't drop it out. It just sprays it all everywhere. Well, that's what it was doing. It ain't no more. But amazingly, people, this part still works. Ain't that something? This part still works absolutely fine, perfectly fine. This works. Now I came up with a few ideas. I said, well, maybe if I could just take this and put it on the stove or a little hot plate, and then put this back on top of it, I could still make me some water because it's still going to evaporate out of this unit, and it's still going to cool down because this works. Now I don't know why I got to do all this ghetto stuff, Mr. Viver. I don't know. But unfortunately, I'm doing ghetto stuff. But, so, and the next thing I did, I took the liberty of taking this apart. I bet my warranty's void. So, do that. And you look on the bottom of this unit, look like a bathtub, doesn't it? This is all we got. These are your heating elements. 1, 2. These are going to your button sockets here. 1, 2. 1, 2. So red, stop, and green, go. And here you got your indicator light right here. And here's the wiring going to your indicator light. Now, my issue, one of the issues I had here was, why wasn't there some type of safety switch on this unit, Mr. Viver? Now I'm trying to help you out. You can prevent this from happening to somebody else. Because I don't know if you're going to see this video. But I show everybody give this a thumbs up. So I can show this video to Mr. Viver so they can know exactly what I'm talking about. And maybe change this up so the next person won't have this problem. Maybe they can learn off of my mistakes and they won't have to deal with this because I already brought it to the light. Mr. Viver and friends and family. So, and you'll see here, these are connected to this pot, which just exactly be the full heating element that's running through the pot right here, you see? Running through the actual pot. Right here, and it's running in this coil around the pot. This coil around the pot right here is where that's running to. And these is what heats this whole entire pot up. And these wires right here goes into here. These wires right here on the side. And you'll see right here it's got, this is the inward, this is an outlet. This goes to the top, what I got over there. And this right here goes to the actual power outlet that's in the wall. And those are some small wires, aren't they? Well, 120. Well, never mind. I understand that. I had to kind of look at it a little bit to get some understanding. But still, either way you look at that, that voltage is still coming through there. This is supposed to be the drop down, step down of the power. Step down, I guess that's a step down for it. This is not my design, but I'm going off of what I see so far. And I believe the corporate is right here. I believe this board is bad. I believe if I change this board out, this unit will work. Now, this may help somebody out. I haven't seen anybody that really had any of these that was broken that I know of. I'm pretty sure it was. A lot of people probably had them broke, just threw in the trash can and decided to move on to somebody else. But people, these names are on all types of equipment. So you're going to have to talk to somebody eventually. So I think this is got that old smelling, fun looking, little lightly burnt smell to it. And if that's a fuse on board, that does us absolutely no good. It'd be nice to have something to trip. If the detective something going wrong with the unit, it'll go ahead and trip the unit and let you know. Then you can just reset it and then use it. Then use it again after everything is good. Just reset it and then use it again. But of course, that probably ain't on a unit like this because it was like $70, and I think that's a. I like the design. I mean, whoever just decided to come up with this running the distiller, and normally when you run a distiller, you lose a percentage of water, but I put a gallon of water in, and I get freaking a gallon of water back. And I ain't understood that yet. I don't lose anything. I guess it's because of that cooling system on the top, the design of the cooling system. Because most distillers I seen that distill water, and the water just drips out. There's nothing cooling it in the top. So that way, I guess you're losing a lot of water to steam or whatnot. That's keeping you from losing a lot of your percentage of your water to steam, and I can see all types of losses in that system. But this here prevents a lot of losses. I haven't seen that much, period. So it's really good on that. But I think this is the issue. I am going to take this out and try to replace it and see if that fixes it. If it does, that's going to be awesome. So let's close this back up. I'm definitely disappointed because I really like using. I like distiller. It gave me, I would say, a sense of like doing it yourself. I don't know what they do when they go to still water and then go through the process and then put it in the jug and all that right there. And by the time they get through doing all this, contaminated with plastic, and I don't know who else little nasty hands been all off in the water, and they ain't clean the little stinking hands. I mean, stuff like that. You don't know. I mean, I done heard a lot of stuff about folks doing a lot of stuff in factories, and then we eating. Oh, this is a wonderful candy bar, and we still eating. I'm just saying. So if you're doing it yourself, it came straight from here. It's been distilled straight to the jug, which I bought the one that came with the glass. I didn't want that plastic mess. I just didn't want it. So I bought the one with the glass container, which is just got a nice little piece of weight on that junk, and then put a gallon of water off in there. It's amazing how that thing holds a gallon of water. It don't even look like it's a gallon, but it is. It holds a gallon of water and still has space in it. But let's put this to the side. And I definitely, am I going to get another one? Yep. I like them that well, and to be able to make my own water, have my own clean water for that. I'm just looking for something more higher productive that I can do where I can have clean water, even showering with, because even though, at least I'm starting somewhere. I'm drinking clean water internally. No. But externally, taking a shower, you putting all that mess in your pores. Your body ain't nothing but a big sponge. So you're going to take a shower and be full of whatever in the water, you full of it. I don't care what kind of soap you use, you full of it. If you want to be less full of it, the best thing I can tell you to do is take a cold shower. Because when you take a hot shower, which like I do, it activates whatever's in it. It activates it. Like if you want to check the pollution level with your TD tester, and you do it while it's cold. Like mine was really like 300 and something. Now that's ridiculous. I don't want to drink all that. Then take that same water and put it in a pot and boil it and get it hot. and then put your TB test in, it's gonna be twice or triple the contaminant level than it would be if it was cold. So you activate them when you do that. So just a little tip that might be able to help somebody. Prayer go. So it's late, but I called for them to put my internet in. People, when I tell you this is only happens in the South that I know of. It's ridiculous. So they done got lazy. They don't want to come out and install your internet no more unless you pay them an additional $100. It ain't that much, but why give it away for free if you don't have to? So I told them to send the box out because the internet had sucked. When they tried to give me a package deal for 300 megs, I do not want 300 megs. I declined that because too many people is on that same bandwidth, and all it's gonna do is be slow as molasses. I told them give me the fastest thing you had. They sent in the mail. It came in the mail. Plugged it up, and to my dismay, it didn't work. I tried on several plugs in the house. It didn't work. Me being a Mississippi survivor, knowing that I've worked everywhere and did everything, I already know how to run the line from the house to the pole to the box. I know how to do all that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I ended up having to go outside in the dark, trace the lines, see what line went, and then when I got down to the box, it had a multi-port of about 6 or 7 different lines, and all those lines went to the stupid satellite on top of the house. And then there was another line in the same box with another switch with 2 lines coming off of it. And one of the lines went all the way to the front of the house. I'm not fit to run no line and cut no holes through the wall, so I came with a better idea. I found the one that was already going in the room that went to the satellite, and I disconnected that line and plugged that line into the line, to the actual cable line that was running up, running back to the pole. When I checked the pole and the cable line was plugged into the pole, so I know all I needed to do was just switch that around and take that line. And it worked out good because it went directly to my office where I originally wanted it in the first place, and I got that done. Well done, Mr. Simpson Bob. That's why it's good to know a lot of different stuff and have a lot of different trades. Because if you don't, you're in trouble. Because somebody gonna get you. They gonna dig in your pocketbook and take that last little wet dollar you had in your bra. I'm just saying. That's what they're gonna do. Now I did a small little test study. Well, not a taste test. It was a figure of speech when I say test. I don't want about to think out. Oh, really? What did you taste, Mississippi Survivor? No, it ain't what I'm talking about. But I did a little sampling test, and I wanted to see, was my views coming from me, or was my views coming from the item? And I saw very quickly it's not the item, because they can see the item on 7,200 other channels. I found out it was me that they were really coming to see. They might like the way I showed them the scene better than somebody else like to show. They might just want to see me do it. I didn't know that, but I found out. If you want to find out something, do something different. You'll find out. Well, the last couple of videos, I didn't have my face in the video, period. Just wanted to see. But guys, I'm definitely glad you tuned in to check me out. And now that I got my internet up, and I mean that mud's on fire. It's smoking fast. So now that I've gotten that up, pretty cool. Now that I got that up, it's on, y'all. All the stuff I done walked past, and I got a stack of stuff that I need to review that I ain't even reviewed. It's still in. I opened it all, I tested it all, but I ain't had the chance to review it because the internet just sucked, and I just couldn't. I couldn't review it like that. I refuse to do it. I refuse to do it. So I got that done. Y'all help me get this. Help me get Mr. and Mrs. and Family Incorporated Viver attention with a thumbs up, please. Because I don't like wasting money. Now I gotta go spend money and fix it and get it back running so I can have the still water. Which I want to tell you about that too. But I'll tell you about that. That'll be in another whole segment video. It won't be in this one. But we are in the lab. That's where we are. So we're gonna be learning a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be showing you guys a lot of stuff. I'm ready to start taking some trips. I would like to see some of the fellow preppers, and and just spend time around some like-minded people. You know what I mean? You can't stay in the house all the time. Man. I want to fellowship with them and see what I can learn and what they can teach me, because I know there's plenty to be taught. So that's what I would like to do. I mean, and if you guys, if any of you guys would like to meet up, you know what I mean? Again, you can hit me up, Mississippi Survivor, at gmail.com. Hit me in my email. We'll arrange something. I mean, we'll arrange some things together, and then I'll just do our meetup on YouTube and run the video on that as well. So, and that way, let some light shine on you and what I learned from you guys, from whoever, don't matter. I'm just willing to learn, and I'm willing to show and help somebody else as well too. But it ain't all about me. You know what I mean? A lot of people just make everything about them, but it ain't all about me. So I do want to fellowship with some other people and try to grow. You know what I mean? And learn from some others as well. So I'm gonna say thank you guys again. The celebration will continue for the 100th video on the Mississippi Survivor channel. I love you guys. Remember to pray and prep. Pray and prep. Pray first, then prep. God loves you, and I do too. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.